Di negara mau celana ngomong eksis nang di pantai.
Dinginnya.
안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. This is San, teacher. Welcome to our webinar today. Selamat datang Bapak Ahmad Badwi dari Kalimantan Timur, Kabid SMK Pemda Tenggarong. Teman-teman bahasa Inggris, selamat datang di webinar kita pada pagi hari ini. Alhamdulillah, pemateri dari Korea Selatan sudah bergabung dengan kita.
Angar.
Assalamualaikum Mas Pagi. Selamat pagi Mas Heri.
Selamat pagi. Gimana kabarnya Bang? Sehat?
Sehat, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Terima kasih sudah mau gabung sama teman-teman di Banyuwangi.
Di Tenggarong lagi hujan deras ini.
Oh,
Happy rain.
Iya, di Banyuwangi lagi cerah ini setelah beberapa hari diguyur hujan.
Alhamdulillah.
Ya.
Aduh, suaranya enggak anu. Barang loh.
Siapa?
Ngoten kula anaknya sing 1000 niku. Iki 300 ya. Sijine kok
Burung ya.
Citra melok.
Juta.
7.
Selamat pagi.
Selamat pagi, Teacher Sa. 안녕하세요.
Pagi, Teacher Harry.
Yeah.
Nice to see you here.
Yeah, welcome to our webinar meeting today. We are very honored to have you this meeting.
I'm so honored to
Yeah.
be a speaker, and I'm so nervous. Okay, I need 5 or 10 more minutes to to practice, to look through my presentation. So I'll be back in 5 or 10 minutes. Okay.
Okay, we're going to start the webinar at 9.
Yes, yes,
Don't worry,
I know that.
you still have much time to prepare for it.
Okay.
Thank you.
And say hello to the Indonesian teachers. Hi there. I'm wearing a mask because of the coronavirus prevention. But I don't think the Samyang teacher is worried about the virus. Yeah, I'm a kind of assistant. Yeah.
안녕하세요. Park Young Sam.
예.
How are you doing?
I'm great. How about you?
I'm doing great.
Yeah,
Thank
you look
you.
great. Yeah, with your, kind of colorful shirt.
Oh, thank you.
Um,
This is a batik.
I'm not supposed to be up here in this screen, so I didn't. Yeah, so take care of my face. So I'm worried about what kind of.
No worries.
No worries. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Okay, I'll be back in 5
Okay.
minutes. Okay.
안녕하세요, Miss Park. Park Young Sam. How are you doing?
내가 수락해야 돼 계속?
Please unmute.
이거 가리는 게 선생님들 하는 게.
Oh, berarti unmute.
안녕하세요. 안녕하세요, 해리.
안녕하세요.
Long time no
안녕하세요,
see.
Sam.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
How are you?
doing? I'm doing good. And you?
Yeah. Quite good. Quite
Oh.
well. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. We are happy to have you in this webinar.
It's my honor to invite me. Okay.
You're welcome.
Mm.
The webinar going to start at 9, so we have still time to prepare for the webinar.
So please check out my sharing is possible through Zoom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Please check your setting. You
Yes.
should let my material share all
Okay.
together.
I did. I let you share your material. Please try to share it.
Yep. Right now. Okay.
Yes.
Let me try.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Okay, can you see?
Yes.
Okay, thank
Okay,
you.
it's clear now. Okay, thank you. Bapak Ibu, materinya akan saya share di chat. Silakan Bapak Ibu bisa unduh. Anu nih. Anu. Pertanyaan boleh raise hand atau menulisnya di kolom chat. Dan untuk peserta dari anggota MGMP Bahasa Inggris Kabupaten Banyuwangi, baik SMA maupun SMK, nanti Bapak Ibu diharapkan untuk mengisi daftar hadir yang bisa diklik langsung nanti di chat. Kita akan memulainya tepat jam 9. Kegiatan kita pada pagi hari ini. Saya mengucapkan terima kasih atas partisipasi dari Bapak Ibu semuanya peserta. Ini ada dari Kalimantan, ada dari Sumatera, kemudian ada teman saya dari Malaysia, Cikgu dari Malaysia, dan ada 3 guru dari Korea Selatan. 2 diantaranya nanti akan berbagi pengalaman, berbagi best practice terkait dengan praktik pembelajaran bahasa Inggris dan literasi membaca yang sudah diterapkan di Korea Selatan yang sejauh ini mereka telah berhasil menempatkan pendidikannya sebagai salah satu pendidikan terbaik di dunia. Kalau kita menilik ke PISA, mereka berada di urutan ke-6 ya. Jadi untuk literasi membaca, matematik dan lain sebagainya. Dan nanti Bapak Ibu bisa secara langsung nanti berinteraksi dengan teman saya ini, karena ini pesertanya sebagian besar adalah guru bahasa Inggris, sehingga tidak perlu ada translasi ya. Jadi nanti silakan Bapak Ibu berinteraksi secara langsung dengan 2 pemateri.
Teacher Harry. Hello.
Ya, Teacher.
Yes, Teacher Park is the first speaker.
Okay. Okay. We're going to start the meeting in 5 minutes.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. There are still many teachers who are in quick to join our meeting today.
Wow, it's just lovely to meet the Indonesian teachers, and I'm thrilled to share my experience in Korean education.
Yeah, please say hello to our fellow teachers in Indonesia.
Selamat pagi. Apa kabar?
Sebab asli diajak.
Thank you.
You know, every morning, and when I was in Indonesia as an exchange teacher, every morning I said to my colleagues and my students, "Selamat pagi, pagi."
Yeah.
Pagi, I miss the days.
So, what is the season now in Korea? Winter already started?
Yeah, of course, and it's zero degree this morning, so it's chilly.
Yeah, Indonesia now is rainy season, so we have a lot of rains nowadays.
Yeah, so I miss the weather in Indonesia. I love just tropical weather. So I was just really, I look really, you know, young at my age in Indonesia. So,
yeah, Indonesia is very good. One and a bit hot today.
So does teachers list join on this web seminar?
He said yesterday that he's going to join our meeting today.
Wow. Oh my God, I'm looking forward to seeing her.
Yeah. Selamat datang Pak Ali Saibuddin, Ketua MGMP Bahasa Inggris SMK. Selamat bergabung dengan teman-teman dari Sabang sampai Merauke ini kayaknya. Let me greet my fellow teachers. Selamat pagi Bu Citra, Bu Polin, ini senior saya Bu Polin, Bu Dewi, kemudian Bu Agustin, Bu Orisa, Bu Dr. Orisa, senior juga, Rizka, Bu Pipin, Bu Kli Puspa, Pak Saiful, Wika Pratiwi, Bu Triwidiasuti, Bu Maftuha, kemudian Bu Desi, Bu Masita, Bu Retno. Selamat bergabung dengan kegiatan kita pagi hari ini. Ada teman saya dari Malang, ini Pak Puspo Andoko dari SMA Lawang. Kemudian Bu
apa namanya?
Kemudian Bu
Bulu Lawang, Mas
Bulu
Bro.
Lawang, Bulu Lawang. Sehat ya Pak? Bu Eva, Bu Heni. Kemudian Bu
Itu Bondo hadir, Pak.
Siap. Bu Nani. Kemudian Bu Roro Farida, Pak Asadi, Bu Rina, Bu Ayu Eka dari SMK ini. SMK Negeri Banyu. Wah, ini ada teman
Lumajang
dari
hadir, Pak.
Sinten?
Lumajang hadir.
Oh, Lumajang. Ya, terima kasih. Terima kasih Rawipun. Bu Endah, Bu Dina dari Bondowoso. Dan masih banyak teman-teman yang lain yang tidak sempat disapa satu persatu. Selamat datang di webinar Bahasa Inggris kita pada pagi hari ini. Oke, Bapak Ibu, kita mulai saja kegiatan kita pagi hari ini. Thank you very much. Kurang mana ya? Bentar. Oh, saya mau bikin. Okay, thank you very much for your coming to our international webinar held by English Teacher Association of the High School English Teacher and Vocational English Teacher of Banyuwangi. Today we're going to learn from reading literacy in South Korea. We have two speakers from Korea. The first speaker is Mi Young. She is head teacher at Yulchon High School in Suwon, Korea. She is also the manager of innovative school in South Korea. The second speaker is Ms. Park Young-suk Song-seng Nim. He is also a master teacher and head teacher at Uncheon Middle School in South Korea.
Awesome.
The both speakers will share and discuss about how Korean school develop literacy and through English teaching and learning. As we know that Korean literacy rate is ranks in the top for international survey done by PISA teams and many others survey. So today we're going to talk a lot about how they integrate teaching and learning and how they ingrain the literacy skill for their student in Korean school. So the first speaker going to share his experience and also her best practice in teaching and learning English and ingraining the literacy for her student. The first speaker is Park Young-sung Nim. Time is yours.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for having me. I share some PowerPoint online. Okay. My name is Park Young-suk, and master teacher of Uncheon Middle School in Osan, Korea. Before I introduce my teaching experience, let me explain some national curriculum in Korea. Okay, so my title is Implementing Local Curriculum. Educational goals for middle school in Korea grow on the achievement of elementary education. Middle school education emphasizes the student development of basic abilities needed for learning and daily living, and fostering a moral character and the qualities of a democratic citizen, it says in our curriculum. And So in middle school, students will be able to build self-esteem based on a balanced development of mind and body, and actively explore the pathways of life and career through the engagement of diverse experiences and knowledge. And also cultivate a challenge-seeking spirit and creative thinking capabilities based on basic abilities and problem-solving skills needed for learning and daily living. So in middle school, students will be able to develop attitude to understand and appreciate diverse cultures in Korea and other countries based upon experiences in one's surrounding community. Later, you can notice what my teaching experience about. My teaching will be on by this statement. Next, develop qualities and attitude as democratic citizens who respect and communicate with others based on a sense of community. Next, schools should implement the exam-free semester. Every Korean school, middle school, should implement this semester. Why? Because to help students develop self-directed learning skills and attitude by exploring their aptitudes and career plans while experiencing the joy of learning. And also, middle school should implement an exam-free semester for 1 semester. During the exam-free semester, subject and creative experiential activities are organized and implemented in accordance with the aims of the exam-free semester. So during the exam-free semester, schools should collaborate with the local communities to offer experience-based activities, such as career exploration activities, selective theme activities. Later, I show you my lesson plan is all about the selective theme activities. And also, during the exam-free semester, school should have club activities and art, physical activities, and so forth. And also, the exam-free semester should promote student participatory learning, such as collaborative learning, discussions, and debate learning, project-based learning, and so forth. And you can notice later my teaching during last semester. Selective theme activities consist of collaborative learning and project-based learning. Especially, I call my teaching tool as a process polio. So I call my teaching process polio. Okay, process polio. Next, the exam-free semester should make use of assessment that are focused on the learning process, not result, to foster student growth and learning and avoid the use of standardized paper pencil tests such as midterm and finals. We never use during the exam-free semester for first grader in middle school. The exam-free semester should use resources in and outside the school to support student career designs and explorations. And finally, schools should make an effort to connect the aims of the exam-free semester with other semesters and grades. So our national curriculum emphasizes what teaching and learning should be. like this to conduct teaching and learning in accordance with the achievement standard in subject areas. There are many achievement standards in each subject in our national curriculum. So schools should consider the following. First, help students to attain authentic understandings of big ideas and key concepts in each areas. Avoid rote mechanical memorization of discrete knowledge. Our curriculum emphasizes we should teach big ideas to our students. For example, environmental crisis and America's presidential election, that's the big ideas. And also there are certain the achievement of standards in each subject as well. So next, design instruction in systemic ways by intensifying the range and depth of big ideas and key concepts in subject areas, according to the progress of student development. Schools should help students develop integrative thinking skills by considering the connection of content knowledge within and across subject areas. And also provide sufficient first-hand experience, such as experiments, observations, investigations, surveys, data collections, and work-oriented activities, field work, and so forth. So our students enjoy the various tools during their exam-free semester. And our school should provide ample opportunities for students to solve problems collaboratively in small groups in addition to individual learning. And facilitate discussions and debates, encouraging students to express their ideas and actively participate in classes. And I focused this seventh item, provide sufficient opportunity for students to apply and make use of what they learn in classroom to real life setting. So I put in teaching material of Osan's historical places into my teaching plan, lesson plan. So next, foster self-directed learning by encouraging students to review, examine, and improve this process of learning and learning strategies. So today I want to tell you many about selective theme activities, which I gave my students during last exam-free semester. So during the last exam-free semester, selective theme activities in my lesson aim to reflect our local community culture. The key concept of my teaching can be called glocalization. I think you have never heard of this term. Did you? Have you? Glocal by definition is reflecting or characterized by both local and global consideration. So I made use of many historical places in Osan as a theme of my lesson. I show my teaching experience. Now you can see a home base, a sort of home base we call classting in Korea. We last semester worldwide, we had a serious problem, COVID-19. So we had a hybrid study type, 1 week at home, 1 week online. So we need a home base, a sort of home base. So what I would suggest is streamline resources. It's going to be very confusing for students if you are using 3 different websites daily on Zoom. And then another teachers also is using 3 more different websites daily, definitely. So figure out a way to streamline whatever you are doing. That's why I have this kind of home base. We call this home base class team. So we can post our assignment through this class team, like a Google Class. So I show my teaching. Actually, this is about my demonstration class for my parents, because they are so worried about what's going on online for their sons and daughters. So we post a demonstration class online through this class team. It's a sort of home base. The day when I post this demonstration class online, the day in history, the day was the day our Korean were broken, had broken, so broken out. So the topic of the demonstration class is about Korean War. And also in Osan, there is a historical place related to that experience. I mean, the Korean War. There is a UN memorial, a sort of memorial. So to commemorate their contribution to our Korean liberation, a kind of they want to save our tradition from Korean War. So okay. This is about the aims of this lesson. Is written in Korean for my students because they are all first graders in middle school. And also, this is a statement for our parents. What's going on and today? What's going on today demonstration class? They can read and what is the theme of this lesson. So, this is I posted some of the output of our student about what they have studied during last exam-free semester. This is an output of our students after they studied some places, some historical places. They made this output by themselves. Okay.
Sorry to interrupt you, Teacher Park, and we cannot see the worksheet and the result.
Yeah.
by the students.
Okay, too small?
No, we cannot
Yeah.
see
Whole,
anything.
whole material.
There's something wrong
Okay,
with
okay.
your presentation
Okay.
PPT.
Maybe there is a problem. The sharing is interrupted. Let me try again.
Yeah, from the selective themes activities, I think.
Okay. I don't know why the sharing was interrupted.
So please stop the
Close the
sharing.
PPT and then just
Can you see?
share. No.
Not yet.
No.
You should stop the sharing
Okay.
and start again.
Okay, okay. I try one more time. Okay. Oh.
The link doesn't work, I think.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
So post the link and in message and upload the link and we can look.
No,
through.
nobody can enter this.
Oh, okay. Oh,
this post because I must log in first. Okay, let me try again.
Okay.
Okay.
Still doesn't work.
Hold on a second. Okay, can you see this?
Yeah.
Can you see this? There happened a lot of interaction between the portal and the Zoom, so it will take some time to connect.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I think the PPT is still doesn't work well, so maybe you can skip it into the next slide.
But this is all about my teaching, so you cannot see this?
No,
oh
you cannot see it.
Okay.
We only see your selective theme, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. Oh, I try another method to share this.
Please.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, it works.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Let me try from the first. This is a class team. It's a kind of portal. It served as a home base to post my teaching and another teacher's teaching will posted on this home base. We call this home base class team, like a Google Classroom, okay? And I show my demonstration class for my parents last semester. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Okay. This is a title, and this is the specific aims of this lesson. And student and parents can read the aims of the lesson on that day. And that day was a special day when Korean war had been broken. had broken on the day, June 25th. So this is a very historically meaningful lesson. And this is my student output of what they have studied last semester. They reorganized what they have learned, and they draw some 4-cut cartoon as a result. Yeah. This is a storyboard for making the 4-cut cartoon. They should reorganize what they have studied on the storyboard.
Sorry, ma'am. Your picture is still very small.
Yeah. Don't worry. I show you later on a big size. Okay. Just and in the beginning, my lesson starts with YouTube video clips. I want to show you.
우리는 기억합니다. 자유와 평화를 위해 치렀던 숭고한 희생의 가치. 1950년 7월 5일 종미령. 그날의 기억이 60년 세월의 강을 건넌 끝에 6일의 스미스 부대원을 통해 빛바랜 사진처럼 되살아났습니다. 스미스 부대로부터 온 편지.
July the 5th. I'll never forget that day. And at 7 o'clock in the morning. I just sit in my hole there, all just relaxing, and it started raining. At 7 o'clock, they start throwing everything at us. Oh, here they come. I'm scared.
Mission was just to delay the enemy till more troops got over. We didn't think it's going to be no big thing. I remember looking down the road, and first there's one tank. I thought, well, that's not too bad. We can take care of that. Then 2, then 3. Uh-oh, I think we're in trouble.
My friend was Paul Larson, and he and I were corporals, and we sat there being able to look out, and I had 1 cigarette left, and I broke it in half, and I gave half to Paul, and I took half. But anyway, Paul and I we jumped in the hole, and we were fighting the North Koreans. And all of a sudden I heard something like, just like you slapped a piece of meat. And I looked over. And Paul had caught 2 bullets in the face.
Many of them were dead. We brought a few wounded back with us, but it wasn't a very good day for us. It was raining. So many guys were sick. Some of the guys come up with pneumonia. Everybody was just wet, you know. But we done the best we could. That's all.
Because again, in looking back, just by being there, it doesn't necessarily make you proud, but it does give me a great deal of respect for those who gave so much more than I did. All I gave was some time. I didn't do them. Those are the ones I had the most respect for. And I have also garnered a respect for the South Koreans at the same time, that is the military.
I think we did the right thing. Even though I didn't think so at the time, I think we did the right thing. And all in all, look at the difference between your country and North Korea. So having said that, it said, hey, we must have done something right because they're doing great. And the other guys are doing so badly.
Park Kyung-tok.
Something wrong?
Okay, this is beginning of my lesson, and then okay. Okay. And then I show my my students this English version and Korean version as well, because they the beginning level in English. So I gave them some also new words for the text. This is English words and also Korean meaning as well. The text is all about the introduction for the historical side. Okay. Okay, that's all. And I'll return to my own PPT. Okay, next. So, oh my gosh. So, assessment should focus on monitoring students' degree of achievement in accordance with educational objectives and improving the quality of teaching and learning. Schools should consider the following. First, guide students to reflect upon and improve learning by providing constructive feedback on assessment results and offering necessary follow-up instruction. The second, use student assessment result to improve the quality of instruction. So Schools and teachers should assess contents and skills taught in classrooms in light of achievement standards and ensure coherence between instruction and assessment. So to accomplish this goal, schools should consider the following. Do not assess content and skills that have not been taught in the classrooms. Second, assess both the result and process of learning, ensuring that all students have achieved the educational objectives. Third, administer balanced assessment of students' cognitive and emotional skills. So, schools should make use of assessment tools suitable for the nature of subject area. Schools should consider the following. Make use of short answer questions, essay questions, and performance assessment to a greater extent. So I made use of performance assessment. For example, you saw my result, the student result, 4-cut cartoon or storyboard to making that kind of 4-cut cartoon. And next, make use of valid assessment criteria and scales in subject areas that put emphasis on emotional, functional, and creative skills. Make use of a detailed rubric based on the nature of a subject area in assessing performances and experiments. Develop and make use of school-based assessment standards, considering the contents and characteristics of creative experiential activities. And so the exam-free semester should make use of assessments focused on the process of learning, not the result, to foster student growth and learning. So I've developed an assessment tool which focuses on the process of learning. For example, students should make a storyboard of the introduction material to reorganize what they have studied. So you can so you saw a student storyboard for the 4-cut cartoon. So student wrote down what they have reorganized through this storyboard. And then finally, this is a final output of students. A student 4-cut cartoon, which is the result of what they have studied for one topic, Doksan Fortress, which is located in Osan City. And so this is the last part of my teaching experience. For the follow-up, I suggest to use Padlet. It is good for collaboration, and you can create a board where students can create their ideas. So there is a tool, they have a timeline. Also, they can have a map option. Okay, I show you my Padlet tool on Zoom class. Okay. For the follow-up task, I would suggest to use Padlet that I thought was the coolest thing ever. You can ask your school to purchase this tool for the whole class. Also, there is also an option you can sign up for free. But I know that the school one and having like an administrator login is probably the best option. But mine is for free. What I enjoyed so much about this is the collaboration. I wrote down a sort of.
Sorry, Park Song Sen Nim, the
Yep.
Padlet doesn't work, I think.
Okay. Can you see this? Still doesn't work?
Yes, we
can
can
see
see
it.
this.
Okay.
Okay.
After they studied a certain place, there are so many historical places in Osan. I taught those areas to my students, and they reorganize what they have studied. They should write down on email to introduce these places to their imaginary foreign friend. So this email writing is a sort of guided writing. I wrote down the sample email. Dear Jimmy, you are finally coming next Sunday. I will show you around my town, Osan City. In the morning, we will ride bikes along the Osancheon River. Then we will go to Doksan Fortress and take some pictures. In the evening, we will eat my mom's special dak galbi in my house. It's my favorite food. It will be lots of fun. With love, Dragon Ball. Best wishes, Dragon Ball. This is a sample email. So student can change it. Student should change this highlighted part. Only this highlighted part, they can change this name and activities and places, and they can write the email to introduce their favorite historical places to their imaginary foreign friend. And also another merit of writing this guide email, guide writing is they can feel a kind of achievement. This is a very easy writing. Still, they can make a complete, a wonderful email for the first time in their lives. So it works. This okay, I show my student writing. All the school members should write down on email to introduce their favorite historical places in Osan to their imaginary foreign friends. Okay, please look around. They should only change this highlighted part. This is very simple activity. Okay. All the school members wrote down this email for their imaginary foreign friends. So it's just really great for group project. When I sending my student off into like a small room, small group places, and I can again just copy and paste this link into the chat room on Zoom class. Student can click it and then they can go and work on assignment. So I'd like to show another another writing. Okay. So, can you see this?
Yeah.
Okay. And, I also run a club activity room. This is called the K-pop. Let's play with K-pop. It's the motto of this club activity. So there are so many Korean pop stars. Can you see this? The title is BTS, Blackpink, Red Velvet, Oh My Girl, Twice, 17, Winner, and so forth. So they can post their opinion on this column to show their interest about their fan, their stars. So they can post some link. Can you see this? Okay. So I make use of this tool very effectively during my classroom classes. This activity is my student favorite activities. Yeah. This is the tool. Padlet is so effective. So I would highly suggest that. I thought it would be great for like a do now, where I can put the link in the chat and just to say, okay, everyone has 5 minutes. When they hear my voice, please come back. I was required to answer they are required to answer the question, and then we can share that with the class, and we can see what everyone wrote for that answer. I thought that it was a great idea to cooperate with Zoom. Okay. Okay, still, I have some more. Okay. Okay. This is the last part of my presentation. The last but not the least, our national curriculum ensures equal opportunities for all students. So guide students to avoid biases about gender roles, educational levels, and occupations, religions, regions of residence, ethnicities, nationalities, and so forth. Okay. Thank you for listening. That's all.
Okay, please give her applause. Thank you very much for your insightful presentation from Park Song-sen Nim. I bet you guys have a lot of questions, but please just wait in a couple of minutes. And then we're going to have another speaker, Teacher-san. Please, time is yours, Teacher-san.
Okay.
We're going to have a question and answer at the end of this presentation, by the end of this presentation. Thank you. Please, Teacher-san.
Okay. 어떻게 해야 돼? Can you see my power PPT?
Yes.
Okay. I'm so honored to be a speaker today. Actually, I stayed awake last night. I was so nervous, and I drank a lot of coffee at midnight, but I was thrilled to meet you, the Indonesian teachers, to share my experience. I am Mi Kyung-sa, and I'm also an English teacher. And I was a mentor teacher of Teacher Harry and Teacher Sulis in 2018. If I teach students just like you, and I will be very happy. And I don't worry about to improve their reading skills or to develop a reading literacy. Today I want to talk about motivate your students to learn and achieve their goals through career education. You may be curious about career education. Why is career education relevant to improve reading literacy? Okay, I'm going to tell you why career education is relevant to reading skills. This is what I want to teach my students. And in 2018, Teacher Harry and Teacher Slis and Teacher Han, she's a history teacher at my school. We had a class, and it's like integrated lesson combined with Indonesian spice and spice trade. So, what do you know? What the teachers did with students? They helped the students to find out the answers or the route of a spice road. So I think a teacher is a facilitator. So if we teachers help the students to motivate the learning, we can be happy and we can challenge our goals, just like me. Today this is so challenging to me to present, in front of with foreign teachers. But we are English teachers. Wow, in English. So this is challenging. So my reading skills, I think was improved. When I look up the dictionaries and this concept is in English. What is the concept of this in English? So we teachers can and encourage the students to challenge something they want to do. And the result, I guess, is like this. See? And they are the special need students. And they had a NANTA, like book drumming classes. And they, how about that? Do they look like? Do they look very happy with the teachers? This is my. This is the class which I want to make. Okay. Well, we teachers ask ourselves. Why don't your students like learning? How many students in your class like learning and actively engaging in your class? Why do we teachers think them as lazy students? Have you asked these questions to yourself? I did so many times. So what I'm going to talk about these questions. First one is why is career education important in learning for reading literacy? Number two, how does it run career education at secondary schools in Korea? Number three, what programs do Korean schools provide in career education? Number four, what are the problems of career education in Korea? Okay, let me get started from number one. Why is career education important in learning? Actually, why don't children like school? Okay, just watch this video. If it creates buffering, I will send it the link. 안 돼? Okay.
We cannot see the videos.
Okay. 이걸 공유하는 거지? 복사. 그 다음에 뭐 어떻게 해야 돼? 공유하면 되는 거야? Hello?
Yeah, we still cannot see the
Okay.
video.
아니야. 그거 아니야. 이거 아니야. 이거 됐어. 오케이. 크게. 됐어. 이거 다 버리자. 버리면 이거 안 나와. 그러면 이거를 그다음에 채팅 어디 있어? 저기. Okay, I will send the link and just watch for 5 minutes and back to the presentation. Okay. I give you guys for 5 or 6 minutes, and then back to the Zoom. Is that okay?
Oke. Moga Bapak Ibu itu sudah dikasih pranala untuk videonya. Mungkin bisa dilihat-lihat sebentar sebelum kita nanti diperdalam dalam pembahasan selanjutnya.
그러니까 12시 4분 정도. 이게 왜 안 되는 거? 그 다음에 전체 화면으로. 아, 맞아.
Bapak dan Ibu peserta, kalau ada pertanyaan langsung saja ditulis di kolom chat atau nanti bisa angkat tangan.
뭐라고 했으니까.
바닥에 깔아야 돼. I cannot hear.
So just I sent the link and watch the video.
Okay.
career.
Okay. Okay. What did you hear? And he talked about inspire, engage, interest, allow students and learn by themselves, and activities absent in many classes. So as teacher Mark taught her students, and she encouraged her students to make new things. But it's from reality, it's from authentic materials, and it's related to their, environment, or it is about their city where they live. So job or occupation, whatever it is, and students, and someday in the future, they have to get a job. And so career education helps students to know who they are, what they are, and what they like. I ask my students, and what do you like to do? What are you interested in? And what do you want to do? And a lot of students said, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not interested in anything. And it is so sad. And they don't know who they are. So, but career education can help students to know who they are. That's very important to help the students to want to learn. So career education help students can find out their strength and weakness when they know themselves well. The second, they can make plans for which they want to do and learn, and then they can motivate themselves to learn. Teacher Park, let me ask you a question. when you taught the Doksan Fortress, and how many students were, were eager to participate in your teaching, in your lesson? I can hear you.
Okay.
Actually, they are a little bit embarrassed when when I gave some lesson like that, because that's the very original type. They have never studied that kind of lesson, but still they feel a kind of freshness to have that kind of tool, because they are very good at writing, and they are very good at drawing something. In contemporary student, they are very good at drawing, like to draw something, not text, but some visual methods they are very good at. So, but definitely they are a little bit embarrassed. Because is this a lesson in school? Is this maybe I'm they feel a kind of embarrassment.
Okay.
Yeah.
But when did your students engage in your class? Because they are good at drawing, as you said, and so they could use their skills or their strength.
Yeah.
In your class. So when did your students just participate in your class?
You mean the process of the lesson?
Yeah. Yes.
Maybe actually gradually, step by step, they intimated the kind of process. But the end of the semester, they are very good at the kind of selective theme activities.
Yeah, their cartoons are just beautiful, and then your students made plans for for their study plans by themselves. It's just amazing. So we can do, with the activity, especially for career education. Okay, so they can make plans for which they want to do and learn, and then they can motivate themselves to learn. This is the key to improve reading skills and reading literacy. This is my experience. Okay, let me introduce the Korea curriculum and programs for education in Korea. Okay, we not all, okay, 80% of our Korean schools have career and occupation teacher. So 80% of the career and occupation teacher have been allotted. And so they have 10 classes a week. Each classes has one class for career education. And they counsel students and parents. And they guide and what jobs in Korea are, and what are your skills you have, and things like that. And so we have career occupation, subject, and education at secondary school. And the second one is we have vocational high school, and just like Indonesia, and technical school, and commercial school, and culinary school, and yeah, things like that. And the subject for Korea. And in the view of nationwide system is we provide career education programs connected with universities and organizations and communities. In Gyeonggi-do, where Teacher Park and I belong to, and the Office of Gyeonggi Education and provide Dream School. Dream School is community-based learning, so which students learn in social networks in and outside of the school system. Okay. So career and occupation education in Korea, and just stop by this link. 그래서 채팅 또 올리려면 어떻게 해야 돼? 잠깐 그게 아니라 Wow, it's frustrating. So these are about Korea and occupation education in Korea. So I used one of the slide on career education in Korea. Okay. Korean and occupation education at secondary schools in Korea is the following. Career education in Korea and student career education curriculum, work-based career education, career camp, career exhibition. A school reinforced the foundation for career education. Career education specialized schools, career education contents, career activity rooms, career teachers, career education training for principals, research competition of best career education practices, family and community, and career education for parents, cooperation with the community, and dream letter, and career support system by community or government, support local education authority for career education practice, a center for career development at Krive or KoreaNet. This is almost all about Korean occupation education in Korea. And I want to introduce Gyeonggi-do Dream School. Gyeonggi-do strives to bring hope to students. A Dream School, a project to help students discover their potential. At school, and the presenter on the video, and he said, it was not easy to engage in the classes because the school, the school was some teachers don't provide activities. But if we teachers or the schools are connected with communities or societies, and we can encourage or inspire our students to do something new or something they want to do. So Dream School was made by these goals. So the superintendent of Gyeonggi Office of Education, he said, I think it is important for students to explore their talent and potential rather than engaging in a hectic competition with each other to get admissions to top-notch universities. Korea is just so competitive to enter a better university and a better college. Yeah, all the countries, yeah, it's just like Korea, but Korea is just serious. So teachers in the schools and just focus on how to get better scores. But in this society, in this 21st century, it doesn't work. So the government or the provincial education office just strived, to make some programs. So Dream School, the establishment of Dream Schools in which students can find their aptitude and ability through diverse programs, specially designed to meet their needs. Okay, so if some students wants to be a chef, they can take classes, cooking classes provided by Culinary High School or Culinary Institute or college. So if some students want to learn Spanish, but there is no Spanish classes at their schools, and they can register Spanish classes at a university near their schools or in the city where they live. And the subjects which the students take, they are accepted as a normal subjects. So Dream School is like this. So some of the students and they are eager to take the classes in Dream Schools, but it has a problem. Those classes are taken in after schools, so it is kind of burden to the students. But anyway, it provides various programs and various subjects. So the next one is, how can teachers help students to improve their reading literacy through Korea education? We teachers but hardly can't to change the system. But we can change our teaching method so we can help our students. I ask you this question: what is learning? Learning is about getting higher scores. Learning is about examination. Learning is about preparing for exam. Yes, in some way, but learning is something. Learning is something to figure out, but reality is different. And I feel so embarrassed to say this. 5 or 6 students out of 20 students in my class, they sleep during my class. And Teacher Henry, you know that. But in your classes, they didn't sleep. Why? Why didn't they sleep in your classes?
Yeah, because they used to wake up in early morning, and they always respect the teacher.
Yeah, they respected you guys, no? And you are very kind and nice to our students, right? And the lesson you taught is something new, draw their attention. So they couldn't sleep. They didn't want to sleep in your classes. But my class is English class. It is hard for my students to understand. So 5 or 6 students, and actually they are low-level students, and they slept in my class. And just 6 or 7 students, they were awake, but they didn't understand of the reading material. So technically, I taught just 6 or 7 students English. But my dream is that, when I teach English, I expect my students to just smile like that. So how can we teachers make our students just smile in our classes? How can we teachers can make our students just satisfied with their learning? So I think this is the key to let our students to be happy. Building rapport and let our students just speak out. So I'm using this tool. And Teacher Harry, of course, you remember Teacher Kwok. Yeah, one of the mentor teacher. Teacher Harry?
Yeah?
You remember Teacher Kwok, the other mentor teacher?
Yes. Yes, of course.
She's going to be a career and occupation teacher next year.
Mm-hmm.
And so she and I used this tool, Predigy. Prediger is interest and aptitude test. And it is similar to Holland job aptitude test. But Holland used just the sentences, but Prediger use cards. So when teacher Guag and I used Prediger cards, and the students just talked about their interest and what they want to do. So a Prediger test is very easy to assess and an excellent application. And it is highly attractive with interesting and absorbing content. And excellent visual content is suitable for 21st century trend. It is commercial, but and a field proven aptitude assessment tool in everywhere, I think. So I will show you how to use a Prediger card. 위로 다시 가려면 어떻게 해야 돼? 네. 아니, 그냥 보여주는 거. 이걸 보여주려면 어떻게 해야 돼? 뭐 공유 중지하셔야 돼. 공유 중지. 오케이. 크게 하면 이거를 Okay, this is a Prediger card. Okay. And a Prediger card is composed of 4 things. Can you see it clearly?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Red is people, and green is ideas, and yellow is it's opposite. So yellow is people. Red is things, and green is ideas. Blue is data. So 여기서 이해할 수 있는 거. You have the card, okay? And just 뭐지? Oh my God, I forgot the word. Shuffle the cards, okay? And pick 9 cards. What you are interested in and what you like, which you like. Okay, so just turn the cards over. Turn the cards over, and this is Korean, but this is teamwork, encouragement. So do you, teacher Harry, do you like teamwork or encourage?
I like a teamwork.
Positive. This is, do you like that?
Yeah.
Okay, and pick one. And okay, and double check. Okay, I will take double check. And sales. Are you interested in sales?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, like that. So pick 9 cards, which you like, which you are interested in most. So I picked 9 cards randomly. So just turn the cards over. Okay. Green 1. 빨리 골라봐. 같은 색. Okay. 3 green cards and 4 blue cards and 2 yellow cards. So the most thing I am interested in is data. Okay. So I could be a secretary or I could be an accountant. And we talked about, the teacher talked about the students, why do you are interested in the la. And he or she talked about his interest, her interest. And then just share with their interest in a group. So making a group is very, very important because share with other people. And then they can find someone who have similar interest. Okay, and then after talking about their interest, and then shuffling again. And this time, just pick 9 cards. Pick 9 cards which you are good at. So it is a little bit different from what you like and what you can do well. So okay, I pick 9 cards. Okay. I have 4 yellow cards and 3 blue cards and 1 green card, 1 red card. So it means the students can do well when he or she work with people. So she's interested in data, organizing stuff, and reading the manuals. He likes or she likes, but actually it's not. She's not. But it doesn't matter because she's interested in, using data. So it helps her to get a job, when she like salesman, she can be a salesman, and the salesman need to understand the manual, of the devices which she wants to sell. So we talked about their excellences or their strengths and their weaknesses in a group. And I, teacher Kwak and I, teacher Kwak and I just used this tool with my students. And those students these girls, I'm sorry to say this, they are misbehaved girls. And they are so distracted. And, they are just like ADHD. But when my colleague teacher Kwak and I did using this Pledge the Kid, and wow, they concentrate on their activities, and they talked about their life. They talked about their interest. Teacher, I'm not interested in this. How can I do well? I don't understand. And then her friend said, no, you are good. You are good at this, even though you are not interested in this. After all about their interest and their, their strength, and we asked, what do you want to do? What do you want to be? And one of the girls, I want to be a hairdresser, and I want to be a makeup artist. I want to be a secretary. So have you prepared for being a hairdresser? Of course I have. Okay, tell us what you did. And she talked about what she did. And so they were shy to be taken photographs. Yeah, and we.
Sorry, teacher, you have a 5 minutes more to.
Oh, okay. And so, group working is the key. Okay, and finally, 이거 어떻게 해야 돼? Finally, the bottom, the picture at the bottom, she talked about her story. It was amazing. So I think teacher is a facilitator. So I shared my PPT file so you can watch the videos. So when a teacher, facilitator, and we can help our students to motivate learning. So the girl promised me she won't be absent from the school. Isn't it amazing? And so Predator, I use the Predator kit, and I want my students to speak out, to tell their story, to their reality, and it can draw their attention in learning. So from the motivation, can start reading, and in learning, and reading part is the most, actually. So this is my experience. So before I finish my presentation, just step by step, piece by piece is the key to inspire our students to learn. And I back to the picture. I was just inspired by this moment. So we can do that, just like Teacher Harry and Teacher Sliss and Teacher Han and Teacher Kwok. And just look at the pictures. And the boy asked something about Indonesia, and the students made the slide by themselves. They searched the information about Indonesia by themselves, and they taught their friends. And even class special needs students asked the students to the Teacher Sliss and Teacher Harry. And just look at the smiles of the students. This is the learning. This is our job, to motivate and inspire the students to learn. Okay, so resilience is the key. And every time in our lives, we have difficulties and we want to give up, but resilience keep up with the world. Thank you so much. Terima kasih.
Okay, thank you so much, Teacher Sa, for such insightful experiences from the both speaker, Teacher Sa and Teacher Park's something name. As we know that we have a very different education system, and also the way of how we teach our students. From the both speakers, we attain many new insight, new experience, how to engage students into teaching and learning process. So now we come to the question and answer. I'm going to give 3 chance for the participant to ask questions. You can raise your hands. Please raise your hands. Silakan Bapak Ibu untuk pertanyaan. Silakan Bapak Ibu angkat tangannya. Terkait dengan paparan dari Teacher Sa dan Teacher Park. Ada juga beberapa pertanyaan yang sudah ada di chat. Namun untuk yang pertama, termin pertama, saya beri kesempatan pertanyaan langsung. Nanti Bapak Ibu langsung menghidupkan mikrofonnya. Silakan kalau ada pertanyaan dari Bapak Ibu sekalian. Please raise your hand for asking questions to the both speakers.
Okay, Teacher Harry.
Yes.
There are questions in the chatting room. So I think this question, Teacher Park answered to this question. What to do when most of our students have a limited access to internet? I'm talking about teaching in pandemic era.
Okay. This, do you experience having such kind of a condition in Korea, where a student has has limited access to internet? Not sure you have that kind of condition, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, my concern was to have a extensive reading experience for our students.
Mm-hmm.
I think that that's the key answer to if we cannot use that internet access. So there are so many methods to dealing with having some extensive reading. First, we can decide which level our students are on their textbook reading. And so we call that kind of test Lexile test. So I think that kind of test is very efficient for our students reading literacy enhancement. So I suggest that tool as an alternative if we cannot access the internet. Okay.
Okay, my idea is that calling your students by your phone. You have a WhatsApp app, and so your students have the textbooks. So if your student cannot connect it with internet, and just calling your students and ask the questions. So read the reading materials aloud. So it is one solution I suggest. I understand and the situation in Indonesia. So whatever we can do, we have to call your students and call your parents and just talk about text or reading material. Or yes, this is my idea.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Fox and Teacher Sa. We know that there is a will, there is a way. Yeah, internet is not the main factors in teaching students. Yeah, so we have many techniques and many methods. We have a limited access and limited data. Okay, the second question from Ibu Muslika. She is asking, I have a question for Teacher Sa and Teacher Park. Do both of you always use English when you are teaching? I always try to use English much in teaching, but it doesn't work much to make the student to be more interested in learning English. Okay, please, Teacher Sa and Teacher Park, answer Ibu Muslika question about, do you always using English in your classroom?
I'm in the same boat and same shoes, just like you. I try to, but since I taught a 12th grader, and I gave up because I have to make the students prepare for Korean SAT, and next Thursday is a Korean SAT day, and so to get a higher score and and questions and answers, and that's all. I'm so ashamed.
Okay, what about Teacher Park?
Okay, as the Miss Ta told us, I'm in the same boat. But the problem, the situation is gotten worse than ever because this year we had a COVID-19 disaster. So the situation of using English in classroom is almost impossible because I want to deliver my defense, not using English in classroom. We had a remote teaching on Zoom or Google Classroom or Classroom. So my student is a freshman in middle school. They have no experience to speak in English even in their English class. So we have many things to guide them. I must deliver emergency message online. So I have to say, not always. Not always. I not always. Definitely during the English class. Okay, I cannot.
Okay, thank you, Teacher Park and Teacher Sa. We are in the same boat. Okay, let me check the chat box. Okay, these very interesting questions from Ibu Ami Safariani from Purwoharjo High Schools. Do you have any special tricks or tips to face students that less motivate when you are in a class? Because our student here more than 30s, so I feel that it is really difficult to control it. Thank you. We have a very big class. Yes, about 32 or 36. So do you have any tricks or tips how to manage the classroom?
Okay, making groups. And okay, if you teach the main goals of the lesson, and you don't have to make a group, okay? In that case, teacher-centered teaching is effective. But when they learn by themselves, and activity should be provided. So just one or two students, they of course, and they are smart, but the half of the students don't keep up with your lesson. So to make a group, and the smartest student or whatever, and teach, like it is a peer teaching. So I had 30 students, and I made six or seven groups, and then teach them peer teaching and peer pressure, and makes the students not be misbehaved. So just group working is effective in a large class.
Okay, I'm absolutely all for the Mrs. Ha's opinion. Okay, that's the alternative. Yeah, because if you don't have any computer-based classroom, if you don't have any if you cannot access the computer-based classroom, definitely the peer group teaching is the solution for a big size classroom.
But however, you teachers provide activities. So through activities, they can cooperate, they can work together, they can collective intelligence can work. So activity, providing effective activity is important for the student to actively engage in your classes. If it doesn't, if activity Well, it's not provided. Your classroom is going to be a hell. I cannot hear you.
Okay, now we come to the next questions. This is Sign and Teacher Park. How do you implement reading literacy in your teaching process, and how to trigger students to do so?
I gave them stamps to invite my activity during my lesson. Especially for the freshmen, first grader in middle school, they are very interested in getting stamps. Yeah, that's a good solution to our student involved in the class. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
What about Teacher Sang?
I teach, 18 years old students. So they are not interested in stamps. I gave them feedback as often as I can. And so I had a project-based teaching last semester, and the topic was about racism. So I showed the video about George Floyd in the US, and they searched for the cases of racism, and they talked about their own racism in their minds. Maybe I have still some kind of racism, but just I'm not aware of it, okay? So they talked about what racism is. And then they had depth, deep searching about racism, and then I had a performance test. And before the performance test, and my students wrote their essay, and then I gave them a feedback more than twice. Oh my God, I had migraine about 2 hours a day. And the students came by my office, and then extraordinary, and their writing skill was improved. Some of the students, their writing skills just was improved just beautifully. And then after the writing performance test, and then I gave them speaking test. It's not speaking test. It is a presentation. So they had to be a speaker to talk about racism. So, and after all the process, I asked the students, "What do you feel?" And we are so enthusiastic to learn about racism. It is hot news these days, but we didn't care about racism, and you gave us the feedback a lot, so I could feel improvement of my writing skills. So for the high school students, giving feedback as often as we could is another one solution.
Okay, thank you, Teacher Star. And we have other questions. This is for Teacher Park.
Yeah.
From Bu Pauline.
Okay.
He asks you, how long does it take to have a 4-cut cartoon from the beginning to the end? Should it be done individually or collaboratively?
Actually, to draw a 4-cut cartoon is a part of process folio. I mean, it was a group project. It was a project teaching. So it depends on the students. I only post that kind of assignment on my home-based class team, and then students draw a 4-cut cartoon at their home, at their house. So it depends on the student is the answer. And another question, I intended this kind of activity project as for the group work. The student should gather the same topic, and they should complete the one 4-cut cartoon by group work. But the situation has changed, so they have to do that kind of activity individually because they should stay at home. Okay.
Okay, it's clear enough. Okay, thank you, Teacher Park. The next question is from Nanning. For those speakers, would you let me know if there is a special program in South Korea to improve student reading habit? You guys have a kind or typical program to boost or to increase or to increase the reading habit?
Jadi kau anu mau oh iya gorong belum anu wali kelas enggak ketemuan sama anak-anak.
Okay.
Okay. You get what I meant?
Okay.
You get my question? Okay.
Assalamualaikum. Can you help me to take this table?
Okay, all the Korean schools have a library. So the libraries provide reading programs, and one of them is that inviting authors, and so the authors are novelists and talk about reading and literature and life, and like book report contest at the school, and extensive reading, so we can use the budget to buy English storybooks. One of my colleagues, she has had extensive reading classes for 3 years, and she's an English teacher, and Teacher Harry remembers and knows her. She was in charge of the freshmen at Yulchon High School in 2018, and so she forced the students to read the novels or the storybook, and then just take the test about the story in midterm examination and in the final examination. And so 3 years ago, no, 4 years ago, I used reading the storybooks after the semester was almost over. So the students like to reading the storybooks because if they couldn't understand the stories, but they could enjoy the pictures in the books. So yeah, things like that. Yes.
Okay, thank you. What about Teacher Park?
Also, I had the same comment with Mr. because we have the same opinion and almost the same experience. So, to extensive reading is the key solution to improve reading skills. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, thank you. Bapak Ibu, mungkin ada pertanyaan lain? We have discussed and we have shared many insightful experience for more than 2 hours, right? Yeah, 2 hours. Yeah, because we have a very a good topic to discuss about literacy. As you know that this coming year, our government will have national assessment tests. Yeah, it's kind of a PISA or TIM. So we stop a national exam and shifting into assessment, national assessment tests. It is assessing literacy and numeracy, just like a Korean. So we have still what is it? One more question, I think. Two more questions. One is how to engage student motivation in a classroom. Do you occupy special method or technique? This is a question from Bruenda.
Okay. Okay, I can answer the second question. Can you give me any tips?
Second question.
Yeah. Reading strategies. Okay. Also, I highly recommend the book. I highly recommend you to read a certain book whose title is Extensive Reading. Extensive Reading. In the book, there are so many tactics, so many strategy to improve students' reading skills. Definitely. Yeah. The title is Extensive Reading. Yeah. There are hundreds of tactics there.
Okay, maybe later on you can text me and give me the name of the book and the publishers. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. The next.
Okay, be authentic. Just like Teacher Bach did in her classroom. Okay, so relate when you make a lesson plan and just think about the topics related with your reality or students' reality. I live in Suwon, and so my colleague and I we provided a project-based learning. So we gave our students the reading material about Suwon Hwasong Fortress. And of course, we made the questions about Hwasong Fortress in the midterm examination. And then they have to search about Hwasong poetries and make a leaflet. And then they have to join the Hwasong Poetry Festival. Teacher Park, Teacher Harry and Teacher Slis went there to see a Hwasong Poetry Festival. And they had to take a picture of the festival. And what else? And we made the students make a film about school regulations. And so the students made a group, and they made okay, you are the role as a cameraman, you are going to write the script, and you are blah blah blah. And so their works and was just amazing. So just be authentic to the topic which you are going to teach.
Okay, thank you. Still, there are many questions. I think because we have a limited time and it is a lunch time for Teacher Sa. So what a day. We have a very fruitful talks with both of you about how to ingrain, how to develop a very interesting, enjoyable teaching and learning in English. To conclude this webinar, let me give a closing statement about what we have talked about. The best way to push critical thinking is to challenge students with a tricky problem or daily problems. They will learn to use the resources at hand to produce creative solution, something they can relate to the world, to their environment, to their career, the future career, and also to their future. So Teacher Park and Teacher Sa, we do thank you for having you in this webinar, and we do hope that we're going to bridge cooperation among Banyuwangi English teachers and also the Korean English teachers to share, to have a benchmarking about English teaching. So in the near future, we're going to have join a program with you if it's possible, and also to have a conference, student conference among Banyuwangi student and Korean student, so we can promote the mutual understanding and also international relation among the both country. Again, as the host of this webinar, I do thank to both of you to spend your time gather with us here in Indonesia. We really have fruitful experiences inside. So please keep contact with me, with all the English teacher here in Banyuwangi. We do hope that we have a future relation and future cooperation. And please accept my warm regard from Indonesia. Stay healthy and stay safe. And also please give my best regard to Yulchon Butung Hakyo Hoksen.
I will.
All my students in there in Yulchon. And also thank you for Teacher Park who joining our webinar today. We do hope that we can have a further cooperation with both of you. Again, thank you very much. Teacher Sa and Teacher Park, have a nice day.
Terima kasih.
Terima kasih.
See you soon.
See you. Bapak Ibu sekalian, terima kasih atas partisipasi dalam kegiatan ini, dan semoga bincang-bincang kita kali ini mendapatkan manfaat yang bisa meningkatkan kapasitas kita dalam pembelajaran bahasa Inggris. Semoga di masa mendatang kita bisa bekerja sama dengan sekolah-sekolah Korea untuk kegiatan sister school, kegiatan benchmarking, bagaimana kita bisa belajar bersama dengan guru-guru Korea yang kita sadari mereka lebih maju daripada kita. Oleh karena itu, sekali lagi terima kasih atas pertanyaan, atas partisipasi, dan atas keikhlasan Bapak Ibu untuk tetap di room meeting kita. Jangan lupa Bapak Ibu untuk absensi, karena itu penting bagi anggota MGMP Bahasa Inggris, SMA dan SMK sebagai bukti kegiatan kita yang akan kita laporkan ke dinas dan mendapatkan sertifikat. Teacher Park, you can leave the room, and also Teacher Sa, you can leave the room. Thank you again. Bapak Ibu, itu yang bisa saya sampaikan. Terima kasih kepada seluruh teman-teman. Ada Pak Dola di sini, Pak Abdullah, Kepala SMA Negeri Sono, sebagai Sekretaris MKKS yang sudah meluangkan waktunya untuk membersamai kita di forum ini, dan juga pada teman-teman yang lainnya. Sekali lagi, terima kasih atas keikutsertaan dan partisipasi dari Bapak Ibu sekalian. Sampai jumpa di acara backchat atau acara webinar di mendatang. Terima kasih. Sampai ketemu di masa kadang. Terima kasih. Kamsahamnida, kamsahamnida. Kamsahamnida. Bapak Ibu boleh meninggalkan chat setelah Bapak Ibu mengisi absen. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Pak Heri, sukses.
Terima kasih, Bos. Terima kasih, Pak Dola. Terima kasih, Pak Dola, sudah hadir. Oke. Mungkin nanti bisa ditindaklanjuti dengan kerjasama antar institusi Banyuwangi dan Korea Selatan. Oke.